Okay, good evening, everybody. I want to, in a very special way, like I said, we are starting immediately. We are starting immediately. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I want to remind each and every one of us that it is our meeting today. I tell you, every successful forever business owner started somewhere. We all started with a decision to move from something that is just occasional, an occasional activity, to being very, very intentional. When we talk about intentionality, we are talking about intentional growth. So a decision to build not just for today, but for impact, for recognition, and for legacy. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Ikechukwu, and it's my pleasure uh, this evening to welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of our training. And today we are looking at the first step to Eagle Manager. Today we are going to look at the Eagle Manager journey. And to help us do this, it's one of us. She is an eagle. She is someone that we always know we go for that Eagle Manager incentive. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, let's make welcome on stage our swearing manager, Mrs. Ada Ejiofor. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, forever Nigeria. When you mentioned soaring, it sounded strange in my ears, because I'm still getting used to
You need to
the
get
new
used to
put.
it, eh?
I'm still getting used to it. I haven't been a senior eagle for the longest of time, for over a decade. I mean, hearing soaring. Okay, we thank God for that. Good evening, everybody. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Let me see if I can put on my video as well so that let's see, just checking. Okay, so good evening, everybody. You're welcome to today's business training. Okay, see if it's clear. Well, we'll just manage the video like that. So you're welcome to today's training, and humbled to be the anchor of today's training. I want to thank Forever Nigeria and our Able Country Sales Manager, Mr. Daniel, for the wonderful work they are doing and for trusting me to deliver this training to all of us. So you're most welcome once again. And just like you said earlier, if your team members are not here yet, please just send that one last reminder as we proceed on this meeting. Why? Because this is a very important part of our business journey. I don't know, it is the glue that holds everything together, all incentives together, so to say. And we're going to bring it down bit by bit. We're going to understand the structure. We're going to understand what it takes, what it will take us, and how to go about it, really. Okay, so our topic for today is first step to Eagle Manager. Okay, and a little bit about myself for the benefit of those who don't know me. My name is Ada Ejiofor, formerly Ibuchukwu. My background is accounting. I am a chartered accountant. I have been with Forever since the 29th of November 2013. So that will be making it 12 years and some months, right? I became a manager about a year and roughly 3 months after I joined the business, and that was in February 2015. And I have been a senior Eagle manager for 9 years. So, if you understand the Eagle incentive, you will know that it is not a title you get permanently, just like we get our move up ranks. No, you qualify every year for this incentive. Okay, so doing it for 9 years, it didn't come easy, but we did it, right? So, and the experience, the knowledge, the strategies is what I'm going to try as much as I can this night to break you down in the simplest of forms so that you will see which aspect of it you can apply to your business with your own ingenuity, with your own creativity. You will even do more than I have done, right? Then I'm also a multiple times end incentive qualifier, chairman's bonus qualifier, and the global rally qualifier. Okay, so starting the training proper. What is Eagle Manager? Now, Eagle Manager is an incentive, just like I said earlier. It is not a rank. It's not a permanent rank. It's not a permanent position. Just like when you become a supervisor or you become a manager or you become a senior manager, you are there permanently, right? Eagle manager is an incentive that you have to qualify for every year. Okay. It's the most exquisite and prestigious recognition one can earn with forever living. I mean, it is like the cap on your manager position. Now, I'll make known this fact that Eagle Manager, the incentive is for managers and above. So for non-managers listening to me, it's important that you're listening too. Why? Because you want, when you become manager, you go straight to your Eagle incentive immediately, right? But just know that it is for managers and above. Now, why Eagle Manager? Eagle Manager is a status earned by FBOs who have proved that they have the commitment, focus, and discipline necessary to build a stable business. And that is one key thing about the Eagle Manager Incentive. If you're able to build an Eagle Manager Incentive, you're building a stable business for yourself. Now, these people who help their downline FBOs reach their potential through training and coaching. And that's one of the most beautiful things I love about the Eagle Manager Incentive is that you will not do it alone. Ideally, you are not supposed to do it alone. You're supposed to do it with your team. You're supposed to coach your team. And the way the incentive is structured, you have to help other people grow. You will see it as I go along. Now, Eagle Manager status is earned and renewed each year. Remember, I said that you must renew it each year by meeting some requirements we're going to talk about. And then Eagle Manager is a stepping stone to achieving the chairman's bonus and the Global Rally Incentive. So it is a stepping stone to achieving other bigger incentives that the company has. Do you understand? So it makes it easier for other incentives to come along. Benefits of being an Eagle manager. Number one, it is double income compared to an ordinary manager. So even if you don't want to do it for any reason, do it for your income, do it for your financial goals. Why? Because as an Eagle manager, you're going to earn more than an average manager, ideally. That's how it works because you're producing more case credit, you're building a more stable business. So, of course, you're going to earn way more than an average or an ordinary manager, senior manager who is not an eagle. Right. So if you want that extra income, to go to the peak, go for eagle. Now, another amazing benefit of Eagle Manager is you are invited to attend a 5-star all expense paid exotic vacation for the Eagle Managers Retreat. Trust me, this is something you want to experience, even if it's just once, because once you experience it once, you will not want to stop experiencing it, right? Unlike the global rally that anybody, if you want to, you can, go for the global rally, whether you qualify or not. You can go as a non-qualifier for the global rally. Eagle Manager is strictly for qualifiers only. And it is in a resort, it is in some form of resort where ordinary people will not get easy access to. So you are secluded in a beautiful island or in a boat or just somewhere nice, beautiful, to get in touch with nature, to rejuvenate, to refresh, to learn. And I'll call it to soak it all in, really. This experience is something that cannot be explained. It is better experience. And that is why the Eagle Manager Incentive is, is something I think everybody should aim at, right? And when I tell people aim at Eagle Manager, they tell me, oh, that, look at where I am. I'm still an assistant supervisor. I just joined the business last month. Yes. If you aim at it for this year's Eagle, you don't make it, right? Even if you don't make it, but you will be on a better position to make the coming one. Do you understand? So it is a yearly thing. When I joined Forever in 2013, they had gone to, Lake Tahoe, they had gone to Sardinia in Italy, they had gone to some amazing places. I was wondering, they've gone to all the beautiful places in the world. Where are we going to go? Trust me, Forever has a way of bringing out, I don't know, fishing out these breathtaking locations in the world that will blow your mind away. And it always gets better. for Eagle managers. So if it's not in your bucket list yet, if it's not in your goal yet, I think you should go and put it in the goal and come back and tell me after when you have made it, right? Now, the third benefit of the Eagle Manager Incentive is that you receive advanced training, very important, to help you use Forever tools and become expert, which will boost your business. Oh, that's a beautiful thing about the Eagle Managers Retreats. You're going to be with the top business owners all over the world. And there is access to anybody. I mean, you can speak to anybody. You can speak to the CEO, to the president, to the vice president, to anybody, to the top distributors. There's access, 100% access to any Eagle manager there. And you can learn. In addition to that, there will be trainings that will help you boost your business. Not just boost your business, if you are in other careers or your businesses, other things that you do aside forever, for those who are part-time, the knowledge you get from this experience will even help you advance every other thing that you do. Right? And of course, there is recognition and celebration. You already know this. Forever, if there's one thing Forever is big on recognizing hard work. I mean, no little effort goes unnoticed. From as simple as supervisor or even assistant supervisor to 4 CCs, you'll be recognized. Let alone when you become an Eagle manager, you will be celebrated. Now, Eagle Manager Incentive prepares you to share the profits of the company. There's a chairman's bonus incentive. I'm not here to talk about it, but just know that the Eagle Manager incentive prepares you for that. There's something I love so much about Forever. All the incentive Forever tells you has for us, the end incentive, the Eagle Manager program, the chairman's bonus, the level up incentive, the global rally incentive. You know what? It is the same case credit that counts for all these incentives. The same case credit. So as you're pushing one, the other one is somehow falling in place. And that is why the Eagle Manager can be a stepping stone for a chairman's bonus. Why? Because you don't need to do another different incentive for your chairman's bonus. It counts. Do you understand? And that's the beautiful thing about the business that we do. Now, it helps you build the foundation of a long-term, sustainable business and network. If you build it right, if you build your Eagle Manager business right, all things being equal, you will build a sustainable foundation, right, for your business. And that's why we say when you go for Eagle Manager and go once and you don't go again, something was shaking the foundation. Build it right, and then you can consistently be an Eagle manager year in, year out. Anybody can do it, right? You and I, anybody can do it. Now, how do you become an Eagle manager? Number one, I have said it before, you must be an active, recognized manager. So if you're not yet a manager, it's okay. What you should do now is to plan to become a manager. Go to your leader, to your mentor, to the person you're working with, your accountability partner. Have a plan, a 4 month plan, a 2 month plan, a 3 month plan to become a manager. Now, the second way to achieve your Eagle Manager's incentive on how to become an Eagle Manager, rather, is you must be leadership bonus qualified. As an active recognized manager, you know what it means to be leadership bonus qualified. It means that aside your 4 CCs, you will make sure that you do not miss your 12 CCs. Okay, now the third thing is you achieve a total of 720 case credits, out of which 100 case credits are going to be new business, right? So it's a total of 720 case credits. And for me, this is one of the simplest travel incentive Forever has, because I don't know any other travel incentive that has just 720 CCs, out of which 100 are new business, right? Not new 100, but not another set of 100, but 100 within the 720 CCs must be new business. Now, you have 3 new supervisors in your downline. You see, to be an Eagle manager, you must help 3 people become supervisors in your team. So you see, it's a way of helping people. That's why I say this business, you must be a leader. You cannot do it alone. You do it with your team. I mean, this incentive, you cannot do it alone. You do it with your team. Okay, now the qualification period of the Eagle Manager Incentive, when it starts on the 1st of May of each year to the 30th of April of the following year. What does that mean? It means that on the 1st of May this year, another Eagle Manager incentive will be starting. The current one we are on will be rounding up on the 30th of April this year. So by next month, 30th of April, the Eagle Manager to South Africa will be elapsing, so that from 1st of May, another new Eagle Manager incentive will begin. And it happens year in, year out. And that's why I said, start working as if you want to qualify for the current one, so that even if you don't, you will be in a better you have a better foundation to make the upcoming Eagle Manager incentive. Now, just to give you an idea of the kind of places that these Eagle managers have gone to, I hope this, okay, so yes. In 2013, I think that's when the Eagle Manager incentive started, if I remember correctly. It was in Sardinia in Italy. In 2014, they went to Lake Tahoe in the US. In 2015, they went to Cancun in Mexico. In 2016, it was Costa Navarino in Greece. That was the first Eagle Manager I qualified for, and it's still one of the best travel incentives I've enjoyed with Forever. It was in such an exclusive, highbrow resort that each room, I remember that was the first time in my life that I'm seeing each room having a private swimming pool. I mean, each suite, my own personal suite, had a private swimming pool. Up till now, I've still not gone for any one that has a private swimming pool per room. It was a beautiful experience. In fact, when we got back from this trip in 2016, the next year, Cristiano Ronaldo went for his family vacation in the same resort. I will never forget. That is the same resort that Forever has taken us to a year before. Imagine a celebrity. I'm seeing on news. I'm watching news to say, oh, wow, Cristiano Ronaldo has gone for, his family vacation in this resort. And I'm like, oh, what are you saying? I was there, courtesy of Forever. That is the kind of places Forever takes you to for Eagle Manager. In 2017, it was a ship cruise. In 2018, it was Phoenix, Arizona. I was there as well. I was in the ship cruise. I was in Phoenix. In 2019, it was Pattaya, Thailand. In 2020, COVID happened. It was supposed to be Bahamas. COVID happened. 2021, COVID. 2022 was Cancun, Mexico. 2023 was another ship cruise. That was a mistake. I put Thailand there, but it was another ship cruise. Only 2023 we went on a Rock the Boat, another Rock the Boat, Return of the Rock the Boat or something. It was a ship cruise, please. I'll correct that slide. And in 2024, it was Phuket, Thailand. So you see all the amazing places. And guess where we're going to? Oh, 2024. Well, I'm losing count of years. 2024 was the ship cruise, and 2025 was Phuket, Thailand, something like that. It's a lot now. We can't remember all. But 26, that's this year. We are going to Sun City in South Africa, courtesy of the Eagle Manager incentive. And guess what? Next year, there is still going to be another destination. It has not been announced yet. But everybody listening to me right now can qualify to attend the next Eagle Managers retreat. Right? Then again, even if the trip is not something that is for you, you're not excited by trips, the vacations. I know some people, that's not their call. But think about the money that you're going to earn being an Eagle Manager, right? That money can do a lot of things for you. So why am I telling you all this? Is to open your eyes to what is available to you. Opening your eyes to what you can grab from Forever. Like what you can get from this business. If you decide to say, you know what, I want to put in the work, I want to burn my bridges, I want to do this. I have been hearing do this, do that. I've been hearing be consistent. I've been hearing this, I've been hearing that since I joined Forever. And right now, I want to do it. You have to decide to want this for yourself. I made a decision personally, and I said Eagle is for me. Like, I love to travel. And I found out that if I want to visit the most amazing places in the world, I have to key in to the Eagle incentive. And that is the beautiful thing about Forever. You decide your goals, the company, the marketing plan, the incentives will help you achieve them, right? So know what you want for yourself and plug it into the Forever plan and achieve your goals. Now, foundation for Eagle Manager success. There are three things that you must take note of if you're ever going to become an Eagle Manager. It will not happen by chance. It never does, trust me. It will not happen by chance. You will evolve. You will change. You'll be a better version of yourself. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen over time, right? But you must make a conscious effort to want to make it happen, because it would not just happen. So remember these three things. They are just, when you're building a house, Matt Morris would say something. He will say that to build a really tall building, you must dig a really deep foundation, right? So if you want to build a tall building, Eagle Manager Incentive is a tall order. It's huge. It's big, right? You must make sure that your foundation is solid. Now, what are the three things to consider when building your foundation for the Eagle Manager Incentive? Number one, your why. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to be an Eagle Manager? What is the reason behind why you want to achieve an Eagle Manager Incentive? For someone, it will be that the income that you're going to earn from it will enable you. I know someone whose main goal to do Eagle Manager was to earn more money to enable her pay her children's school fees abroad, because she knew that the extra income she would earn from becoming an eagle, from the work she's going to put in to be an eagle, that extra income can support the payment of school fees for her children abroad. So you must know your why. My why may not be your why. We're two different people, right? For me, I'll tell you my why. My why for Eagle Manager was not really the money. Right, because at the time when I started qualifying for Eagle Manager, I was comfortable. I was single. Well, of course, apart from my family, I didn't have any direct dependent apart from my family. So my why for the Eagle Manager was to travel. I wanted to be known, as a traveler. Oh, like, oh, I've been there, I've been here. I want to count the countries. That was my why. Right. So you find what your why is. Why do you want to do this? Now, the second foundation, we're going to talk about all of them, is the mindset. And the third one, did I say your routine? That must have been an oversight. It is your association. Please correct that. It is your association. But let's go further. Number one, why am I here? You ask yourself, I've said that before, it is not a question somebody will answer for you. See, if you don't get this part right, no matter what is being said to you, you will not make that move. For me, this is even the first step to becoming an Eagle Manager. Your why. Why do you want to do it? What is motivating you? So because after all said and done, motivation will come and go. Your upline checking up on you. For how long can they call? Let's say you're very close to your upline and you could talk every day. Mass, you speak 2 hours every day. What happens to the remaining 22 hours that you're left alone? What happens? The motivation will not always last. But you see, do you know what will keep you going? It is your why. The reason why you are doing this. And your why will change from time to time. When I started my business in 2013, when I qualified for my first Eagle Manager in 2016, my why then and my why now are completely different, right? I told you before that my why then was to travel. I don't think that's my why now, because traveling is no longer a big deal for me. Traveled very well with Forever. My why has changed for doing Eagle Manager. And for you, your why will continue to evolve. It will get better. It will get bigger. You will see things deeper, right? So always search your heart each time the incentive starts, or each time you decide, ask yourself, what am I willing to work for? Why am I doing this? And if you're able to get that why, if you're able to hit the hot, the hot button, right? If you're able to hit it, you hit it once, and if you hit it right, and you hit it once and you hit it right, you will be unstoppable. Why? Because you will not need your upline to call you and remind you to go and do your first CC. You will not need, I say your goals will wake you up from sleep. You will be sleepy. You will remember what needs to be done. You will jump up and do it. You don't need anybody calling you to remind you, or you're waiting for them to post on the team group that it's 7 o'clock. Come and join training. Our CSM is online. It was waiting for you to come and join. Nobody needs to remind you. Nobody will remind you that on Sunday will be a business presentation and you need your guests to be there, because the more people you show the opportunity to, the more chances of you having more people join your team. Nobody will remind you. Some of us, the reason why we are, we're just nonchalant with our business is because we don't have a strong why. So you wait for someone to come and tell you, oh, talk to 5 prospects per day. Oh, talk to 10 prospects per day. You're not ready. You're still waiting. Check all the very successful people in Forever, especially Forever Nigeria. Look at them. None of them, only a few of them have strong uplines that call them to motivate them. I don't know if I've spoken to my upline in the last 8 years or 5 years. Do you understand? Like spoken about the business. I mean, it's been ages. I don't even know if he still has my number, you know? But it is what it is. I know my why. I am moving forward. And that's the mindset of an eagle manager. You are listening to me. If you decide that you want to be an eagle manager, you must see yourself as an eagle manager. And you must behave, think, act, and in a manner befitting of an eagle manager. It is an incentive. It is the most prestigious incentive that the company has. So your why is what will keep you motivated. Your why is what will, inspire you in those little moments of doubts, because they will come, those little moments of fear of, your why will tell you, remember why you started. And that is what is going to see you to the finish line. Then we're going to talk about your mindset, right? Now, to succeed in any business, don't think of the business, think about yourself. Because I tell people the business is the same for everybody. The products are same. Marine collagen just arrived in Nigeria. Everybody is excited. All of us are selling marine collagen. Whether I'm going to sell 100 cartons and you sell five, or I'm going to sell 5 cartons and you sell 1 million, is a function of our mindset. The product is still, it's going to be the same thing. It's us. We're the difference. It's us. Me, you. Company is the same thing. Marketing plan is the same thing. Case credit is the same thing. Retail price is the same thing. New distributor price is the same thing. We are the difference. So we make the difference. So think about yourself, right? What do I do? How can I do things better? Work on the most important resource first, your mind. If you're able to, and they say before you achieve anything in life, you achieve it in your mind first. If you don't see yourself becoming an eagle, if when someone says eagle manager, you say, it's not for some people. They know what they are doing. It will never get to you because you have blocked it subconsciously. You have told your mind that it is for some people, it's not for you. Right. I remember when I started working my business, I told myself one thing. I didn't know why I said it, but I always believed it. I said, if one person is sustaining forever, and especially when people were telling me of how a lot of people have failed the business, in fact, back in 2014, because when I started, it was towards the end of the year. That's November. That's the end of November. December, everybody went for Christmas. So by January 2014, back in those days, it's not like the orientation is not what it is now. It's a better business environment now. Unlike in those days, everybody thought it was scam. Everybody thought, it will not work. And so many of those things that people are not succeeding. In fact, the one they will tell you then is those that started with Forever in the year 2000, that they are the only ones that will succeed in the business. And there's something I always told myself. I don't know why I just believe that. I said, if one person can succeed in forever, I will be the second person. And that's what I told myself. And that is the mindset I've always had. And that is the mindset I still have. No matter what the economy is saying, no matter what is happening, I don't care. If when they release the list of achievers and one person is there, there's no reason why my name should not be there because the person does not have 20 heads. Do you understand? So you have to work on your mind because when you're able to convince your mind that you can do this, 10, you will see how nature somehow, shows you the path that leads you to where you're going to. So focus on working on your mind, right? It means that you have to change the way you think. I remember I attended word training then by Matt Morris. Matt Morris said we should brainwash ourselves. I mean, he said brainwash yourself. Yes, it may not be true now, but convince your mind that it is true. I remember I wrote out those affirmations of who I am. I was not that then, but that was the mindset I was forming for myself. And I don't know about you, but it really helped me, and which is why I'm sharing this. Right. The third thing I said I was going to talk about is the third foundation is your association, right? Because when we have laid the foundation right, then we can start building. We can start laying the blocks. And that's when the house can stand. And that's when the Eagle Manager Incentive can stand. Guys, you see association, if it doesn't kill you, it will make you. If it doesn't mar you, it will make you. Just know that. Mind the people you associate with. I am not saying, cut off, no, do this. No. You have to be smart about it. I'm going to give you an example. When I started this business, at the time, my family did not believe in the business. They didn't understand what I was doing, that I would go to school, finish with a good result, best graduation student in my department. I was almost done with my ICANN at the time. right? And then what do I want to start doing? To start selling aloe vera. They didn't get it. They didn't understand it. They didn't quite understand it. But then I was doing what I was doing. And so within that 2014, when things were not looking up for my business personally, I remember growing by December, I was a supervisor. I started in November, right? Was it? No, by January, when I actually officially began after the Christmas break, I became a supervisor. By February, I became an assistant manager. The whole of 2014, I was an assistant manager. It was very difficult for me to move to assistant manager, or to move to manager. I became a manager 1 year after. So within that 1 year phase, I had different experiences. The number one I'm going to share with you regarding association is it was my family at first, because I noticed that each time they're looking at me, they are seeing the work I put in, they want me to stop. They felt I was stressing myself. I wasn't getting the result I wanted. The manager was not forthcoming. And then I noticed that they were becoming, silently, indirectly telling you, okay, now drop this thing, now try this thing, you try this other, your icon, your the accounting career. You know what I did? I stopped discussing my business with my family. I just stopped. I stopped discussing with my dad. I didn't tell them anything about my business. Why? Because of course, when I tell them, I communicate my business with them. What am I expecting? What am I expecting them to tell me to motivate me or to what? They will, you know. I told you, you are very good with accounting. You can work in CBN. That's the thing they will tell you. So it is my family, and I choose not to bring my business aspect to them anymore. I disassociated with them regarding business. And that helped me move forward because the lesser I hear things I shouldn't be hearing, the better for my mindset. And when I have the right mindset, I am more motivated to put in the work. And same goes for everybody. When I train, I like to use my personal experiences, tell you personal stories so that you understand how critical and how important this is. So disassociate with people who are toxic to your life. Some people will keep you down permanently. It is true, right? I remember one time we had a Forever event, and I walked into the hall. There's my friend there. We're friends, but we're from another team. And then it was a very funny day. And then she asked me something. She's an older person in the business. I was still an assistant manager. She was a manager. She's been a manager for a while. And then she asked me, so what's your goal for the business? What's your goal? What are you working for now? I told her I was working for the car plan, that's a car incentive. And she started laughing. They say, you sell this girl. We that are managers, since we have not achieved car plan, it's you that want to achieve it. Right. For someone who is just probably less than 6 months old in the business, trying to understand the business, trying to grow the business, and I'm hearing that from someone who has been in the business for 2 years plus, what do you think that will do to my mindset? Two things can happen here. You say, oh, this my friend is true. She's advising me. I should, I'm not wasting my time. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Guess what will happen? Just somehow your mind, subconscious mind picks that, and then it starts building on it, whether you like it or not. Next thing you get tired, you stop going for meetings, you stop contacting prospects, the next thing you die from your business dies. And that's it. Period. But if you now decide and say, just like I did, I just told myself that this is the last time I'm going to have a conversation regarding my business. See, I don't want to hear anything negative about Forever. I don't know why, but I will not hear it. And once I hear it from you, I limit my association with you. Because if I'm trying to succeed in something and your comments will always bring me down, why do I need to keep hearing that thing from you? Why do you keep listening to those people? Why do you keep communicating to those people? Why do you keep having business conversations with those people? You can be friends and not discuss your business if you know you can separate it, if the business and the friendship. But if you know you cannot, you can be like me. I cut off because I don't want. I don't put sand in my Gary. Do you understand? So this is very, very important. Expand your association with people who can help you become a better person and a better professional. You are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with. This is absolutely true. Now I'll tell you a short story again of how I eventually became a manager. Right? You see this statement? If you want to become an Eagle manager, make sure that you're associating yourself with people who have the same goal as you do, who have the same aspirations as you do. You want to be an Eagle manager, don't compare yourself with someone who just wants to manage and do 4CC. You're on two different levels in your goals. So I remember one time when it was time to go for the Singapore Global Rally, I was still an assistant manager when the incentive started. And then we created a group, and the name of our group was Destination Singapore. It was just 3 of us, myself and 2 other guys. They were not in my team. We were cross lines, right? And I was new in the business, not very good at making presentation, but the other 2 guys were solid in presentation. So I was like the lady in between. And what did I do? Anywhere they're going to for presentation, I'll follow them. I'm that PA that will display the projector, mount it for them, while we now introduce them as the chief executive speaker and all of those things, And it continued like that. And guess what? We continued, and that is how I started learning from these people. That association helped me to build myself into the person that can be a forever manager, because both of them were managers and I was an assistant manager. So your association is very, very important. Learn from people. I did service. I personally did service for a lot of people. I remember when we had our retreat, one Christmas retreat like that. The team, the people succeeded. They came into object for this retreat. And guess what? I served. I follow them around. I go for anywhere they're going to. I follow them. I learn what they do. You must learn. You must associate with the right people to learn what they do, get mentorship from them, and grow yourself. We're still going to talk about that much later. Now that we have built our foundation, right? And remember our foundation, we talked about your why, working on your mindset, and making sure that the people around you will support your dream and your ambition. Now, let's talk about the key activities for success. What are you going to now be doing to make sure that you achieve this case credits that we're talking about? Now, number 1, set your goals. Now, it is different from your why. Now, I'm talking about SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound goals. Yes. Score your goals with forever. Now that you know what it takes to become an ego manager, go back to your mentor, sit down with pen and paper, depending on where you are in your business. Be it an assistant manager, be it a new distributor, that's a preferred customer. You can start your ego manager incentive. Be it a manager. Sit down, know where you are. What is the next step in front of me? Set a goal. Your goal this month of March can be as simple as do my first CC. A place to begin. Make sure I'm 4cc active. If I'm able to do 4cc active this month, next month we can grow from there. Right? Set goals. And when you set goals, I don't believe in just setting yearly goals and then waiting for manna to fall from heaven. It doesn't happen. When you set your yearly goals, just break it down to your monthly achievable, and then your weekly achievables and your daily achievables. What must I do every day? What do I have to achieve every day? So have that goal. Now, I would have set to set our goals here together, but everybody listening to me now, we're at different stages of our business, right? So it's something that you go back to your upline, go back to your mentor and sit the person down and say, call your mentor today. Tell your mentor you listen to this first step to ego manager training, and I just said that you should set your goals. That you want to become an ego manager. You should break down these goals for you the way that's going to be like a stepping stone for you to achieve. And like I said, if you have never done your 4ccs before, this month you can do your 4ccs. You can start with your 5ccs or your 4ccs. And depending on where you are in your business, if you're a 4cc, 5cc achiever before, you tell yourself, you know what, let me push to 10ccs this month, right? If 10cc is your thing, you regularly do 10cc, you know that you can push yourself to 20. And that is how we grow. And that is how from 20 something, you see yourself doing 40ccs, you see yourself doing 60, 80, 100. It is doable. Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything works well, it will take time. Gradually you build. Sometimes our mistake is that we look at the whole thing and say, okay, I want to do 100cc this month. How? Meanwhile, you did less than what last month. It's not magic. So start gradually. Okay? So remember to set your goals, especially the goal of this month, March, yeah? The goal for March, right? Have a plan of action. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Now that you have a goal, oh, my goal is to do 5ccs this month. What is your plan? Planning is preparatory to action. Compile a list of daily to-dos that will enable you to achieve your goals and write these below the goals. So now that you have set your goal, I want to achieve 5cc in March. I want to achieve 4cc in March. What am I going to be doing? We have 2 more weeks in the month of March, yeah? Today is what? 14th. So we have maybe 16 to 17 days in the month of March left, yeah? Okay, so what am I going to do every day of this remaining 17 days, remaining in March? What will I be doing every day to achieve this goal? Write it down. And then decide for the next 12 months that you're going to fully engage in your plan of action. Don't just set a plan and then you do it 1 week and then you say it's not working. How? No, it doesn't work that way. You must be consistent. Fully engage in your business. Eric Worre will say that before you say that this business is not working, make sure you have done it consistently for 12 months. Give it 12 months. There's no way you won't see results. Now, ignore distractions and the results. This will give you the best chance for success. When you're carrying out your plan, just focus on the plan. Sometimes when I'm doing my business and I'm like, I'm not getting, all I ask myself is, am I doing the activities? Am I contacting a number of people? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, ignore the results because the results will eventually come. Now, focus on creating a business and developing your business skills. That should be your focus. Now that we have a plan of action, okay, let's talk about the baseline of the daily habit that is being expected from us. Number one, use the product. You need to be the number one fan of your product. Become your own best customer. Now that there's marine collagen, you are supposed to be the first person to use it. Show your customers how you're using it. Show them why it's very important for everybody that is in the 20s and above. From your late 20s, your body starts, losing collagen. Tell them why it's important to replenish it by showing them how you are doing it yourself. Become your own best customer. Now share the product with prospects every day. Talk to people about, this is still the 4 things we do in Forever. It hasn't changed, at least not that I know of, right? Talk to people about the products. Anywhere you go, exchange contacts, meet people, right? Develop 20 to 30 regular customers. Build a team by sharing the business opportunity with prospects every day. Now that we have our business opportunity presentations recorded on our YouTube channel, you can listen to them. Any particular person's presentation you simply enjoy, copy the link to that business presentation and make sure that you can share that every day. Do you know you can be sending it to prospects every day to watch? Right? And on Sunday, you're making sure that your guests are at the business opportunity meeting. Coach others to do the same. This is still the 4 baseline. It still hasn't changed. Now, the third thing, now we have a plan, is massive action. Massive. I love that word, massive action, because action is one thing, but let it be massive, right? Put your plans into action. Work your business. You want to be an ego man, you want to achieve something special. You want to achieve a special incentive that will give you amazing things. I tell people, look at what Forever pays us, our bonuses, what we earn from Forever. Do you know how hard you work and how many years you work in most organizations to get half of what we get in Forever? Then you want to do the barest minimum? No. Do you understand? So you need to put in massive action because massive action brings massive results. Very important. Now, number 4, acquire business skills. See, in this business, you must read them. Read. Readers are leaders. There's so many business books on network marketing, especially if you're new in the business. You see, number 1, GoPro. I'm sure everybody here should have read GoPro. It is everywhere. There's the soft copy, there's the audio copy, there's a hard copy. This book will set you up on the right path in our business, right? You can also read, all these books here. They are very great books. You can listen to Jim Rohn's audio. I remember Jim Rohn's audio in those days, especially that one, Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. That audio is phenomenal. Like it It is amazing. You should listen to it. These things are what will build your mindset. Now they'll equip you with the skills that you need to succeed in your business. Right. And I also like this one by Matt Morris. Matt Morris has another powerful audio. I can't remember the topic now, but he has one. Matt Morris has another powerful one that is very good. Right. These are the foundations for your success in the business. Proverbs 24:3-4 will tell you, through wisdom a house is built, but by understanding it is established. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. By what? Knowledge. What you don't know, you cannot do. What you don't know, you cannot accomplish. You have to know what to do first now, right? Before you now talk about, are you doing it right or not? Still know the right thing to do. Skills can be acquired, I already said that, through reading, listening to audio, watching useful videos, attending trainings and company events. See, in our business today, you don't have any reason not to be doing well. Why? Because we have tools, we have all these things that you need, listening to audio, reading, everything is online. The world is there. Unlike those days when we started, for those who started with us, do you know how much some of us purchased the first GoPro that we purchased that time? Very expensive. But now it's everywhere. It's online. The e-copy is there. Anything you need, it's online. You ask ChatGPT, it supplies you. You go online, it's there. So acquire the knowledge. Fill it up. Knowledge, acquire, get it, so that you know what to do or how best to do what you have to do. Now, the 7 skills of becoming a professional networker, that is from GoPro, Eric Quarry. Now, when you're talking about the skills, you must learn the prospecting skills. All right? Go back, read this book again. Don't tell me you've read it before. I have read it at least maybe more than 50 times. GoPro, I have read it more than 50 times, I'm sure, but I still read it. Prospecting, you always learn how to prospect. There's a training on our Forever Nigerian YouTube channel. Do we even go back to watch those trainings? Please, always make sure you go back to that Forever Nigerian TV to watch those trainings. We have an amazing training on prospecting and inviting there. So I'm not going to repeat that again because it is sound. You learn how to present the opportunity. How do you learn how to do presentations? For me personally, do you know how I learned how to do presentation? By listening to a presenter, I enjoyed his presentation. I remember then Dr. Ben's presentation, it was my senior upline. I listened to his presentation to the extent that the first presentation I made was just a replica of word for word of everything he said in his presentations. He always says in his presentation, before I started, putting in my own personal touch, eventually, until I became a master presenter. But you can go online. You can get tools that will help you learn how to become a presenter. You will need it. You must learn how to follow up. Follow up on your prospects, follow up on your clients, follow up on your team members. We have a lot of following up to do, and we need to acquire the skills. You must learn how to close. How do you close the sale? How do you close the deal? What do you tell your customers when they want to buy? Oh, the product is expensive. What do you say? Yes, it's because of Tinubu. Is that the best way to close? You go. I'm not going to do that for you. I'm going to give you the assignment. Go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT, I am a Forever Living product distributor. I want to learn how to close sales of my Forever Living product. It will teach you like a baby. You can even tell ChatGPT, teach me like a baby, as simple as possible, how to become a master closer. You will learn. We need the skills. Getting new distributors started. Eventually, when you finally sign up that new FBO, what do? What happens? Do you just give them their combo and they go their way, you go your way, and you go back to square zero? You must learn what to do. Promoting events. So these are the 7 skills to becoming a professional networker. And you must be a professional networker if you also want to become an Eagle manager. So master the skills. They will help you, both for Eagle manager and beyond. The 5th thing that we need to learn how to do is excellent leadership. Like I said, the Eagle Manager Incentive is not designed for you to do it alone. It is designed for you to support your team members, because when your team members are achieving their own individual goals, no matter how small, you will achieve your big goals. So the mistake most of us make when we're going for this incentive is we tell ourselves, oh, we're going for Eagle Manager Incentive. So you now start pressing it upon your team members as if they are also the ones going for this, no. The best way to lead is to have them tell you what they want. What do you want? Call your team, ask them, what are you working for? Support each of their goals. Why? Because when you support your team, you achieve what you want, right? If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. So it's not just about just even telling people, oh, talk to 10 people in a day. Are they seeing you talk to 10 people a day? Do you understand? You lead by example. You lead in front. You lead with compassion, right? You lead with knowledge. You lead with everything. They should see you and learn from you. Now, you must be consistent. I don't even need to tell you this. If there's one secret I have in forever, I tell people, if there's any secret I know in forever, it's consistency. It's the secret of consistency. See, you see that activity that you have decided to do, just be consistent. It will all add up. Allocate time daily to do your business. Block out time, right? If you tell yourself it might be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on the time that you have, just block it out. You can say, oh, for the next 1 hour, my lunch break from 12 to 1, I want to focus on my forever business. You pick up your phone, you pick up your contact list, you are contacting somebody, you're going to your social media, you're thinking of what to post, you're replying DMs. Make sure that you're consistent with whatever activity that you have set out in your plan of action. Remember, it started from your goals and then having a plan. You see that plan, that thing that you must do every day, my dear, do it every day. Success and greatness do not come from one grand moment. They are honed and sharpened in the quiet moments of every day. Right. So you know that it is a minute by minute, day by day thing, not just one day. You wake up one morning and you become an ego manager. No, you must touch your business every day. Touch your business every day. Speak to that prospect. Have that drafted message, that invitation message that you send out to people every day. Social media has even made it so easy that sometimes, to reach out to people, contact, you know what I do? Some days when I'm just lazy, I just go to my WhatsApp stories. Those stories people put up. I'll just scan through. You see some people you have not spoken to in a while. I'll just reply their story. I'll just check something. It might be their child, but I'm like, oh my God, he's so big now. Happy birthday. Long time no talk. We start up a conversation. Before you know what's happening, I lead it to my business. Things. Be consistent. Make sure you do something about your business every day. I heard of a forever leader who said that even if she's on her dying bed or on her sick bed, that she's sure that she's going to speak to the doctor and the nurses that will attend to her about forever. That is how consistent one should be in your business. Number 7, take responsibility of your own business. You see, I'm sick and tired of hearing people complain of their uplines or their whoever brought sponsors and blah 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 blah. It is old music. I have not seen any ego manager. I've said this here. I have not seen any ego manager who is whining and complaining about upline. You don't need an upline to succeed in this business, for crying out loud. You need your team, your downlines. So why are we always whining about uplines? You touch somebody's mouth. Or why are you not doing your activity? You were not forcibly active last month. It's not this my upline. She's not supporting me. He's not supporting me. Hello. Remember, Eric always said we should go and thank our uplines for even showing us this opportunity. Now that you have it, it is left for you to make something good out of it. Do you understand? This complaining, it will not even lead you anywhere. Instead, it will rob you of the potentials that you're supposed to achieve with this business. Right. You have a wonderful upline. Bravo. Congratulations. You have an upline that has given up in this business, like myself. My upline stopped the business before I even became a supervisor in the business. The next month after I signed up, they stopped the business. Oh, wow. Congratulations. If you have whatever it is you have, okay, that's how God brought you into the business. That is how God brought you into the business. What are you going to do with the opportunity you have at hand? So take responsibility. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that the result of your business income is a direct result of the ideas you think and the actions you have taken. No one else. Get it? And you cannot want to be an ego manager and you are whining. Look at all the ego managers for Forever Nigeria has produced, the consistent ones. They are not whiners. They are action oriented. What happened yesterday has happened. Today is another day. They move. Look at all the leaders in Forever, especially Forever Nigeria. They are action oriented. So you must take responsibility of your business, right? I mean, if you have a good upline, good for you. If you don't, it's okay. Get your company policy. Plug into the meetings. There are meetings in all our offices. There are meetings in Lagos. There are meetings in Abuja. I saw Enugu did something in Enugu. I saw something happening in Onitsha. I saw it happening in Aba. I'm seeing it happen like all over the world, all over the country. I'm like, oh, where do I? In fact, these days when I see any of it, I'm like, who do I know in this city? I need to expand my business in this city. Well, that's what we're thinking now. That's what we're doing in 2026. And you're here sitting down in 2026 talking about your upline. Ah, God. See, they've left you behind. People have moved on. There's a presentation happening on each. How many people are getting into the hall? That is what will determine whether you make an eagle or not. So let us, wake up from this. When you start failing, you start looking for people to blame. And that is when you remember your upline, It's for me, I tell people, my upline told me to my face a month after I joined that I should stop the business. That is it's not what they thought it was, that is scam, it's not working. And all of that. This was in December 2013. Is it not me still in the business today? Since that December 2013 till today, I have not cited my upline with my two eyes. The one that even brought her in, I've not cited her with my two eyes. The one that even brought the two of us in, I've not cited her with my two eyes. Do you understand? But I am here to business. So let's move on, guys. This is 2026. We're thinking about how to, take over our number one spot in Forever Africa and number two spot in the world. That was where Nigeria was before. We're number two in the world and number one in Africa. Right. And that is what we're going to. And if we have to get there, there's some baggages that we need to drop. Okay? Number 8, be determined and get the right mentor. It would be nice to have someone advise, coach you in the business. Get words of encouragement. Get words of wisdom from someone, right? And you know what? We have amazing leaders in Forever Nigeria who are selfless, who will tell you the truth, who will guide you even without even knowing you, right? So get the right mentor. Approach any Forever Nigeria leader. I don't think any of them will be selfish to say, oh, because you're not in my team, I will not ask. But the problem is that when some of us come as mentees, you want to drain, I don't know, you want to use negativity to quench your mentor. To the extent that your mentor would, once they see your call, they are like, please, I don't have time for this. Do you understand? When you are choosing a mentor, make sure that you become the right mentee. I remember my mentor then would tell me, Ada, before you come to me for a problem, you must have 3 possible solutions. My job will be to guide you on the best options you have. And if your solutions are not good enough and I have a better one, I'll give you. Because some of us, when we talk about having mentors, you think it's somebody to go and dump all your problems on. You think it's somebody to go and pour all your negativity on. Remember, your mentors as well, they're also watching their mindset. They're also guarding their space. They're also trying to build something. Do you understand? So you must be the right mentee for your mentor. Learn from your mentors, right? And good thing that with social media now, you don't even need to be in the same country space as your mentor. You can be some people you follow online. You can learn what they do and you see how they run their business. At least from the little I know for myself, from the little I know about some people that I follow online, I tell them they are my mentors, but they don't know it. Yeah. It has improved me greatly. From what they post, how they go about their business, the mindset surrounding what they do inspires me to do what I'm supposed to do. And occasionally, when I'm in doubt, I send a DM to them. I said, oh, this. And fortunately, they reply. Because I don't come with all the negativity in the world and saying, oh, in Nigeria, our exchange rate is bad. My upline now did that. Our country sales manager now did that. So that's why I'm not doing my business. No. You come with problems that you have, challenges. and possible solutions, and they can guide you. You know, oh, I'm having this challenge. I have done this. I'm thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of also doing this by next week, and I need your advice. Now, that is how to be the right mentee. So get someone in the journey to Eagle. You need someone to anchor on. There'll be good days, there'll be bad days. But at the end of the day, the results will be absolutely worth it. Now, integrity is everything. You have to be genuine, you have to be authentic. I'm glad that a lot of things have been changing. So I don't even need to dwell more on this now, because I remember in the time past, for the OGs, for the older ones in the business, you will agree with me that a lot of things happen. Now that you want to go for ego manager incentive, you now tell your downline, that they should do this and do that and do that, that they too will get this. Meanwhile, it's not true, but you need them to do the CC so that you will qualify. You see all those things? It will hurt your business, right? So be accurate and truthful. Transact business in accordance with forever values. Be professional in all business dealings. Okay, it is very important. All right, you tell somebody you know very well that this product is very good for this, but because you want to sell this product, you now tell them, oh, this one can wake up somebody from the dead. He can do this one. He can do. Meanwhile, in your heart, it's not true. Why are you doing it? Do you understand? Because if they buy because you said it will resurrect somebody from the dead, and the person does not wake up from the dead, will they buy from you again? They will not buy. So no, why not tell them what the actual product can do and have them make their decision? I have people come and tell me they need products that they saw that Forever products can help increase men's whatever. That the Forever product, I say, I say, what God gave you that size? He has a reason for it, though. It will not increase, but it can help you perform better. And they will leave me and say, no, that I don't know my business, that there is a Forever product that can help increase. I said, top. Oh, yeah, now. Things like that. Tell them the truth. It will help you to sustain your energy, it will sustain your stamina, blah, blah, blah. Tell them the right thing. By the time they go and look for the one that will increase and they'll try it and it does not increase, they'll come back to you that told them the truth from the get-go. Okay? So let us try as much. We know that it's not easy, to stand by the truth all the time, but try. It's not easy, especially when you see you have not sold anything in a day and the first customer you're getting is telling you this, you want to sell. But please, let us try at least. Okay, so the 10th option I'm going to give you right now is to ask for God's blessings. At the end of the day, after all is said and done, God still blesses. It's God that says yes, it's God that says no. Right? We can do our part, we can do the best, but it's when God says it is time that it is time. I tell you, it took me 1 year, one calendar year from when I became an assistant manager to when I became a manager. 1 calendar year. But when immediately I became a manager, what I did not achieve all along, everything I could not achieve before, I achieved everything in 6 months. Do you understand? God's timing is not our timing. There is a reason for everything. Maybe God allowed me to go through that process to become, stronger in the business, to become deeper, to be sure this is what I want. Maybe God tested me to be sure this is what I want. I don't know what God is testing you for. I don't know what God's plans for you are. But whatever you do, put God first. Because at the end of the day, it is whatever his plans are for us is the best we can ever hope for ourselves. And I know that God wants the best for each and every one of us. Okay. So commit your goals, commit your activities, commit your everyday business dealings to God. Sometimes before I meet a prospect, I'm like, Holy Spirit, please just help me to say the right things. God, help me to say the right things. And it happens. Right. So make sure that every time, sometimes we think that when we need to pray is when we kneel down in the morning or at night before we sleep. No, there are little prayers that happen in between each of our day, in activities of the day. Sometimes a customer will call me, I want this, I want this, I want that. Immediately, I'm sending my bill on WhatsApp or something. I follow it up with a prayer. I say, God, you have brought this customer to me. This customer is mine. Do you understand? I back it up with prayer. You sell products for someone, and they are going to buy product for a particular health challenge, most especially for the TTC moms. Whenever I sell fertility, support fertility, I say special prayer for them. Do you understand? So when they use this product, let it work for them. Do you understand? So you must put God in the center of everything you do, and you watch how everything comes together, right? It may now look easy for you because God's grace makes things easy for us. So remember that Forever is changing lives globally, in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, but most especially in Nigeria, right? Some of us here are who we are today because of Forever. Some of us here, the person speaking to you, the leaders you meet every day, we are who we are because of Forever. Forever is changing lives globally. Forever can change your life. And the Ego Manager Incentive is a powerful tool. It's a powerful goal to anchor on to achieve every other thing you want to achieve in Forever. Okay. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you got value. And let us go and make our world a better place. Thank you. Over to you, CSM.